Hey, long time no see. I guess we're gonna call this a faux live video because I'm not technically live. I mean, I'm live right now, but I'm not live on my page because I can't be live for 60 days after starting a new page. Who knew? Anyway, I'll chat with myself while I do this project. What I'm doing is a book stack today. So I have 5 books here already glued together. So let's move it down so you can see what I'm working with. To tell you I'm frustrated would be the understatement of the century, and this is the paper I'm going to use on here. So anyway, you may or may not know my page was hacked. I hate to even say the word because it brings all the piranhas out, but hopefully they can't hear me. Let me think what I'm doing here. And let me back up. I wonder if I should get that in there, get my paint down in there a little bit better. I painted all these with Daydream Apothecary paints in Comfort Zone. It's just a beautiful antique white, country white. Just want to make sure I got it down in there. I don't think it would ever show, and you know me, I'm all about, and maybe you don't know me. And if you don't, welcome to this new page of mine. I'm all about grungy. I'm all about maybe not doing it right the first time and finding a way to disguise when I screw it up. But that's who I am as a person. I'm also about TMI. You might find out more than you ever wanted to know about me. But anyway. Okay, so I have painted these now, and I glued them together with my heavy body gel in the center, and then I also went around them with hot glue. So let me dry that down in there. Because we know we always want a light color background underneath our decoupage for our image to pop. Unless we're wanting to go really grungy, or, you know, there's exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, we want a light color underneath there. Okay, and like I said, I've got 5 books here. They're already glued together. They're all painted. Okay. So, continuing on. I'll just ramble while I try to figure this out here for us. I hope you can see that, okay? I'm going to use Pentart's Decoupage Varnish and Glue for my decoupage medium. Oh, and I should tell you about all the sales we got going on for Labor Day weekend right now. Decoupage Queen has 25% off going on right now. And hopefully you see our website. I don't know if that's wouldn't be a pinned post because I'm not technically live. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the whole thing, and then we're just going to figure this out as we go. I've done a book stack before, but I did transfers. So I don't think I've actually decoupaged on it like this. And I think when I've done it before, I did the top as my focal point, not the, whatever you call these, edges, spines is probably the word. Putting it on fairly thick just so it doesn't dry out before I actually get my paper on there. And yes, I could cut it and put it on that way, but I don't know why I'm leaning towards doing it this way. It's what my brain wants to do, so I should never trust my brain, but okay. Okay, I should probably start on one side here. So Decoupage Queen is 25% off on everything except their latest fall release. And that would be their fall papers from their fall release. Oh, shoot. Looks like we maybe didn't need this last book. I may edit this, rip off a book, and pretend it didn't happen. I could have scooted this over had I known. But, you know, I'm your guinea pig. You can learn from my mistakes. Right. And let's just spritz this a little bit. Make it a little bit more malleable. I say that, and then I don't see my water. Dang it. I thought I had everything. And you'll find that's a running theme with me. I always think I have it all, and I never do. Also looks like my paper is crooked now, too. Oh yeah, it's totally crooked. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, well, I was gonna spritz it, but it's fine. Okay, I am gonna take my water pen. You know what? I don't even think I need that. I totally could have stopped or eliminated a book or something in there, but it was hard to tell before. So that's why maybe I could have, should have cut them instead, then I would have known. But anyway, I'm going to dry this a little bit because I don't want to tear it. And it feels like if you dry it some, you have less tearing. At least for me, that's what I've found. This video may never see the light of day. Anyway, back to it. Decoupage Queen. Papers, stencils, 25% off. And Decoupage Queen encompasses La Blanche, ITD, Calembour, all the things I get from them, which is also AB Studios. I mean, I get a lot of different papers from them. There is no special code needed. You just put it in your cart and it you'll see the price reflected in your cart. Now, if it's not on sale, it won't, you know, obviously won't show up in your cart like that. So, and then we also have Redesign with Prima is 25% off only on their A1 fiber papers. That's those, they're like 23 by 33. They're pretty big, so you got to have a pretty big piece you want to work on for those. And then those are like those steampunk. Oh, there's more than just steampunk though, but there's like this. I want to see Steam Meow, that big cat that I love. There's octopus, there's florals, there's all kinds of different ones. So there's so many different ones. And I have made posts on my page today that explains all of it because I know I'm getting sidetracked trying to work here. But yeah, definitely look back at the post from today. So 25% off on Prima's A1 fiber papers only is what Prima's sale is for the weekend. This is just a big nail file. And then we also have 20% off, oh gosh, Deborah Butcher papers, Mint by Michelle, Painting Lady Designs. I'm probably going to forget somebody. Tim Holtz. I can't remember. 15% off Fusion. I think that, I'm not sure if that covers it all. Like I said, I'm trying to concentrate here. So you'll definitely want to double check. And you really should be on our email list because that's where you find out about these things first. We do have one more last minute sale that we just found out about today that will be announced at midnight tonight. So that will, those on our email list will find out about it first tonight at midnight when we send that out. So one more little sale tonight. I shouldn't say little. I think it's pretty exciting. Especially, you know, I look at these sales as a great way to try some products you've never tried before and or stock up on the ones you know you love. So don't forget about the sales. Okay. And let's see here. Oh, shoot. Okay, I was hoping, I've been doing really good about hanging my razor blades on the magnetic strip, but apparently I've got them all off of there. So I am gonna go ahead and cut these now. A craft knife I would rather use, but I don't see mine, so hopefully that's still wet underneath there. I feel like that could probably tear. Well, I'm not loving that now. That's not sexy. We'll fudge it. We'll make it okay. But I feel like it would eventually rip anyway. So I think it's going to have to be... Oh, good. Oh, I don't want to cut his eye. That just doesn't look good when you cut an eye of anything. Person, animal, whatever. Just not a good look. So yeah, definitely kind of thinking maybe I should have cut this first, but oh well. Somebody's gonna make those mistakes so that, you know, we learn, right? Because if I did it the other way, then somebody'd be like, well, why didn't you do it the other way? Well, now we know, right? Okay. I think I need to tuck up under a little more. Well, let's just go all in there. No, that definitely needs more. And we're just going to go ahead and seal this too while we're up in here. Now, ideally, these were all level when I glued them together, but clearly that... You know what? I think I might try to get some more hot glue down in there. And get them to stay better. So let's go ahead and finish sealing with our varnish and glue from Pentart. So anyway, if you are new to my page, if you are not, I was hacked a week ago Thursday. They got into my phone. They got into my PayPal. They got into, they stole both my Facebook pages, my personal and my business page that I worked tirelessly for 8 years to build that sucker. I had over 100,000 followers on. And yeah, they stole my whole business. So yeah, stole both Facebook pages, PayPal. I shouldn't say, they didn't steal PayPal, but they infiltrated it. Had to take my computers to Staples. 2 of them were infected. One of them was not, so I don't understand that because it was my main computer that was not infected. But yet my laptop and Courtney's were. So whatever that means, but it's been a complete nightmare. So yeah, I was going to say that's why you haven't seen me, because I've been pretty depressed. I mean, I've still been working, but yeah, been very depressed about the whole thing. Oh yeah, we had to close down a credit card too, because I got into that, and they were trying to run some Facebook ads on my credit card and through PayPal, and it got real ugly real quick. Last Thursday and Friday were just awful. I'm not much of a crier, but Friday I'd finally had enough, and I just, yeah, couldn't take anymore. So, and like I said, I would like to say that's why today is actually the first day I was able to no, I take that back. I was going to go live yesterday. I was going to do a sold live, and we couldn't get it to work. I was all pumped up. I was ready to go. We couldn't get it to work. It's like, it's just like the hits keep coming. It's like everything I tried to do. Not to mention all the passwords we've had to change, and we're still not done with that. And, even just to come on here today, I had to change. I had to redo my iPad. It's just like one more thing had to be changed. It's just like every time you try to do something, everything, and to get it, like I said, I lost everything on my Facebook. So, I've lost all my friends, which I've found a lot back. I've lost all my groups, it's just awful. So anyway, I tried to go live on here today. Finally get up I tried to go live twice on Sold Live yesterday. Never could get it to work. Finally thought we had it figured out. The third time, oh shoot, my hot glue gun. Courtney, can you bring me a new battery for the hot glue gun? I forgot, it died on me earlier. So by the third time, we thought we had it figured out, and by that time, I had had enough. I'm like, okay, I just can't even muster up the pretend in me to go live at this point. So we scratched that for yesterday. Thank you. Why is that so funny? Oh, that's warm. Okay, let's try this battery. Okay. So we're going to try that. I should have gotten that white strip off of there, but apparently I got lazy. I think no, that won't stick if I do that. So then anyway, today I get, on here, I'm finally jazzed up. I couldn't make myself do it this morning. Finally, this afternoon, I'm like, okay, Tammy, let's do it. I got things to say. I want to hang out with my people. Let's do it. We're going to do it. I press the live button. You can't go live until you've been had this page for 60 days. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like I said, the hits just keep coming. So here we are with our little faux live today. Just me talking to myself, talking to you, wishing you were here, but that's all I can do. So I hope you watch this back. I hope you'll say hashtag replay. I hope you'll share this. I hope you'll comment along the way. And yeah, that's all I can do. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is... mercy. Can't get that one open. Let's do this one instead. We're going to put a stencil on this end. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't always do things right the first time. which leads me to trying to disguise things. So let's try to disguise this. Like I said, I wish I had, done this differently, but here we are. I'm going to use this gorgeous, you can see it's a little shimmery, I hope. I love browns, bronze, all that goodness. Not much of a gold person, but you know, I know you guys love it, so I will throw it in sometimes, but not today. Okay, hot glue is hot now, so let's try to get some of that down in there. Sorry about that. I wish I had this better before we started. I guess I didn't focus on the seams. Like I said, I haven't done one of these book stacks in a long time. And actually, I've never done one with this many books. I think I've done a 3-stack before. I sure hope to heck, no, of course not. I'm probably not going to have enough glue stick either for this. Let's see if I can start looking for a glue stick over here. Yeah, that's just me maneuvering things around over here. Hoping that I can find a glue stick big enough for this thing. Okay. All right. It's hot glue, it shouldn't take that long, right? Let's go ahead and do that one too. Okay, hopefully that'll do it. That'll make it look a lot cleaner, I hope. I hate hot glue hair. That's starting to look really nice if that would stay together. Hold on. All right, let's just clamp it. I wonder how this one works. It's probably dry and not gonna work now, but okay. Well, now great, we can't work on it, so just give that a few minutes. I will edit this part out. Let's get that off of here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do that next. Tear this crap off. This. Okay, let's see. That should be about all it's gonna do. Okay, let's try to I may add some more to that later. Okay. Let's try to stencil that on there. See if I can disguise that or how bad that's gonna look. Oops, and I am using Pentart Deluxe Paste in Truffles. It's this pretty brown, sparkly kind of goodness. Shoot, and I'm spilling it all over. How did I do that? Okay. Just kind of fill this one in a little bit. Since my paper didn't, well, yeah. Since my paper didn't cover it all, since I didn't have my books all squeezed together like I coulda, shoulda had. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, yeah, I can hardly tell now, right? I'm okay with it. We don't have to tell anybody that it's not supposed to be two-toned there. Okay, now where did the heat gun go? I swear I'm gonna edit this stuff out. Let's dry that. Oh, I might could put it on that side too. Just a little bit. We might. I think we might. I think we will. I love that, actually. Okay, so I got that dry enough that, you know, when I bump it, because you know I will, that it won't mess around and, oh shoot, those are all different, so I better use the same one again. Let me just wipe off the back so that I don't transfer anything and make it messy. Okay, doesn't look like I had anything on there anyway. So we don't have to put much on there. We'll just put about that much on there. And there are even little stripes we could do. Could have done something like that if we wanted to, but. And what did I do? Did I already put that in the water? Looks like I did. Look at me being smart, but not smart. Okay, new brush time. And there's some of my blue shop rag on there. Just use up what I spilled. And you can obviously tape this down if that's more your thing. Or some people like to use spray adhesive, but I've always never found one. Oh, who am I kidding? I did try a couple, and they just left that film behind, and I just did not care for it. So I'm not patient enough. Once in a while I will use tape, but not very often. Even though I probably should. Okay. All right. Not horrible. If you didn't know, it's not bad. And we could even put some, we might do that just for funsies to see if it balances it out. We might put some glaze on there. Okay. Yep, I definitely am going to glue that again so that that pinches together. You can see where I pulled off that excess and it pulled off too much. There was excess glue on there. I should have left it alone. Okay, I'm going to try just a little bit of Fusion's antiquing gel. We'll see what if it yeah, kind of makes that match a little more. And we could have used some umber paste too. That would be a little bit darker, but I think this is blending it nicely. Go over here on that side too. Just darkened it just ever so slightly. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, where else? Let's see, should we put any up here? I think maybe we shall. Actually, I think I need a little paint up there. I see some green peeking through of the original paint. I'll just finger dab that on there. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's see about disguising that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine now. I'm gonna go in the crevices a little bit, which I don't think they're gonna make much difference by the time. Yeah, I don't know that it's even necessary, but I am. I don't know, I just like everything a little grungy. So I like to brown things down. A lot of times I use the umber paste, but I just happened to pick this up because I didn't think I needed too much. And I think we'll actually decoupage a little bit on the sides too. Yeah, I think that's going to look good once I come back and hot glue in there. But I got to get all this done first. I'll hot glue it. I'll clamp it for a little bit longer than I did before. And then I'll put twine around it too. Okay, let me dry it all. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put some neutral Harlequin on the top and bottom. I'm sure it wouldn't be everyone's pick, but it's mine. So let's see how I want to do this. I like a rougher edge, so I'm gonna just use my water pen and actually I'll just cut it out and we'll sand it. We'll just sand off what we don't need. Okay, I'm gonna use the same decoupage medium. Just a nice even coat. Making sure we've got it all the way to the edges, making sure we don't have any spots that are not touched, because if we have any blank spots, then there's nothing for our paper to stick to, and that might cause a bubble. And we don't really want bubbles. And if you do get bubbles later, you could try putting down a piece of parchment paper and taking your iron to it and try to iron them out. Okay, let's blow dry this, heat gun it. And I had somebody recently ask me, and it's just hard to go into detail in a post. They were asking if a hair dryer was similar to a heat gun. Yes, it's similar. I mean, most hair dryers will not get as hot, which is okay. I mean, there are some heat guns that don't get super hot, and I don't particularly like those heat guns as much. Though I don't get burnt by those either, but I don't have the patience for those. So, I mean, there's just, and you can also Google the difference between a heat gun and, you know, a hair dryer. I can't remember what all the differences are now, but for one thing, they don't typically get as hot. Like if you're trying to do, which, you know, is not what we're doing, but, you know, if you're trying to do like cellophane bags and melt them and stuff, you know, a hair dryer is probably not going to do it. You know, unless, like I said, it's got the wattage for it or something, but, yeah, there's other differences, but yeah, typically they don't get as hot, but I know there's more differences, but I can't remember now. Okay. That just came to me that somebody asked the other day, and I can't remember now what all the differences were, but you can definitely use one. It's just going to take a little bit longer, and they don't heat up as fast either. Okay, at least that's what I read. Okay. All right, let's put this one on here. And again, let's just cut it out to roughly what we need, and we'll sand off the excess. That'll be our quickest route. So hopefully I've said this before, I don't know, but hopefully be sure to ask questions in the comments here. I will get back to them as soon as I can. I said this being hacked has been quite the ordeal, and it's taken a lot of time, but I'm still around, still doing what I can. I'm actually on YouTube now, which I've always, not always, well, I've had stuff on YouTube for years, but not that much. And some of it is pretty hokey, pretty cheesy. But, oh shoot, yeah, I should have, I do want, I was thinking I wouldn't need to, but I do want that edge there, so then I don't have to, I'm going to water method this side out so I don't have to worry about trying to sand it on that little lip there. So that did work out nice on the other one. So yeah, my YouTube channel, I think, is Flippin' Furniture by Tammy. So I do have more videos on there because I can't get my videos off my old page. And even if I did, that would only send you back to it. I mean, it would do me no good because it's just sending you back to that page. It's not, you know, putting you on my page at all. So, just making sure that's still wet, because again, if it dries, it's not gonna stick. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot of videos on my page yet. Luckily, I have some stored in my phone, so that's what I have been posting so far, is what's in my phone. And then here I thought, oh, I'd have a brand new live to put on there today, but nope, I can't, because I have not been a legit brand new page for 60 days. I'm just on what, day 5 or 6 now? I think I just started this page Sunday, and this is what? Friday. So we got a ways to go. I don't know how you like these faux lives, or if you'd rather just have the sped up videos, let me know that also. Ow. Another trucker, that's hot. So yeah, it's been a rough week in the Holes house. We started calving also. That's not gone well either. I don't know who's got our voodoo dolls, but please stop. I think we've had 2 sets of twins, and you know, everybody's like, oh, twins, which, you know, I used to be that way too, but twins are not the cat's meow. I mean, if you got a good mom that claims them both, that's great, but 9 times out of 10 they don't claim them both, or one's not healthy, and yeah, or one's just born dead. Yeah, we've lost a cow, we've lost, I don't even know how many babies already. At least 2 or 3. It's just pray for us, please. It's been an awful week. Yeah, I mean, things are hopefully looking up. I think things are looking up. No cow mortalities in the last few days. So, it's not been good around here. Okay. Enough of my whining. Let's seal this. But yeah, I did show you. I did put on a little cow video the other night. And I was showing you one of the twins that got a new mama. I should see how they're doing tonight. I haven't been back out. And Greg hasn't said if she's still kind of halfway kicking it away or not. If you gotta, you know, give her corn to keep her standing still to let it milk or not. Okay, I'm just a rambling, get used to it. Okay, let's dry this. think we'll brown it down a little bit with our Fusion Antiquing Gel. Let me make sure that's what it's called. Yes. Oh, Antiquing Glaze. Not sure if I called that the right thing before. Fusion Antiquing Glaze. That's what it looks like. And everything Fusion is on sale for 15% off this weekend for Labor Day. I promise I'm not always a Debbie Downer either. I'm really not. So anybody who's normally on my page, please vouch for that. I don't think I'm normally a Debbie Downer. I'm not usually going through this much. So, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Woof. Okay. And now I have Kelly Clarkson stuck in my head. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do to grunge up the rest of this. Well, let's go ahead and start while we're on this side. Where is my little, I just saw it, I had a little brush here that I was using with the Antiquing Glaze. That must be it. Is that it? I can't tell. I think so. Yeah, we'll just put some of that in that crevice. Kind of blend that together. So this is just, you know, I don't know if that's the back or the front, but not really going to see it because the other part's going to be on display. I picture this being on a shelf. You might have something sitting on top of it, I would assume. Maybe a Cardinal figurine. You can see I kind of missed that top there, but since we hit it with this Antiquing Glaze, it really, you don't really notice it that much. And actually, I think I might show you the umber paste. I like this, but I could go darker. But it really goes pretty good. It's really blending well. I'm going to leave it alone. It's going well. You could also let this dry and come back and put another coat of this on to make it a little bit darker. Oh, I feel like I see paint through there. I think that might be paint. Let me finger on some paint there. I don't know if I said see some paint through there, but I think I meant to say I see some of the book showing through there. Not sure what I said, but I mean, it's so, ooh, I see that steaming. I probably shouldn't keep messing with it there, but yeah, I don't think your blow dryer is going to get that hot. At least not that quick. Okay. Yeah, if you wanted this darker and grungier, I would use the umber paste on here, which apparently I do like it darker and grungier, but I'm going to try to stop here because that's a nice, just a little bit of antiquing to it. Not as dark as I normally go. Okay. Hopefully I'm still, you can halfway see what I'm doing here. I think I might get a bigger brush and cover more area. Not sure what this is. Okay, I don't see anything on it. Okay, I'm just going to grunge up pretty much everything else that I see with the Antiquing Glaze. Just kind of browning it down everywhere. Hopefully you can see that. It's hard for me to work on it and be in camera. Now this is looking too light. We may have to come back with some umber paste to darken the edges a little bit more. And if you don't like the grungy, antique-y look, you don't have to do this part either. I just do. Very mucho. Oh, and I should show you the jewelry box I did yesterday. I did post pictures, but you might not have seen it because Facebook doesn't show everything to everybody. And what are the chances I'll remember before I get off of here? But I'd like to remember. Okay. Okay, I do think I'm going to get some umber paste. Okay, this is antique paste in umber. It's just a little bit darker. You knew I couldn't leave it alone, right? I'll just try to hit the outer edges. Oop, I think we missed. No, I did hit it. You can see it's just that much grungier, dirtier, darker. I'm gonna hit that lip there. And you can use a brush for this too. I don't know why with this one, it's thicker. I don't know. For this one, I tend to use my finger, usually. But I'm the queen of inconsistency. Every once in a while, you'll see me with a brush. I keep feeling like I need to check comments, but you're not here. I'm all alone. Just gonna put some random down there. And if you get too much of this, you can wipe it back with a, I use a cleaning wipe. I've always got those handy. Well, usually. But it is not as forgiving as like a glaze. It's thicker and it's, I don't want to say more permanent, but it is kind of more permanent. But you can wipe it back with, if you're quick, you can get it off with a cleaning wipe real quick. If you get on more than you wanted. I mean, you can rub it in some too, but. My husband is probably wondering why he hasn't got a Facebook notification for me going live. Because he is trying to pep me up for going live. Like, you really need to go live. And I'm like, Craig, I know this. But I tried to holler at him as he was going, because I just realized as he went out the door that I can't. Facebook will not allow it. But, yeah, he was already out the door, so He probably thinks I chickened out, but I didn't. I promise I did not chicken out. 60 days. It's gonna be a long 60 days. So you guys gotta let me know if you like these faux lives or you just want me to do sped up with a voiceover. I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference other than you get a lot of this TMI of me rambling. I mean, I guess you get a little more of my thoughts on why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I don't know if you really want to hear all that. It's taking everything I got not to sing, because I don't have anybody to talk to. I've moved on to Florida Georgia Line in my head now. So don't forget about the sales this weekend. Perfect time to stock up on everything, all your necessities, and all the things you wanted to try. Don't forget about crackles. I mean, it's only what we have in stock, so we could be low on stuff too. I'm sure we are low on stuff. I'm sure we're out of some things already because a lot of you have got right on it. I'll say those on the email list had a 9-hour heads up. The email goes out at midnight tonight on the last sale for tomorrow. And then we'll post it tomorrow morning on the Facebook page. Okay. I don't know if that's all I'm gonna do. I've got to seal this whole thing, but I'd like to let it sit. Or should I? I mean, let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna have to sit because I want to hot glue that again. And then, okay, maybe I'll just end the video here and come back. But my plan is to hot glue again, get that to sit like that, clamp it, and then I'll probably twine it down here at the bottom. Oh yeah, that'll look good with all the browns and stuff. Yeah, but before that, I'll have to seal it. I was thinking about using a really pretty chameleon varnish, but with all these browns, I don't think that sparkliness is really what it needs. I like it like it is. I think we just need to seal it. And I think that's about all we'll do. So yeah, I'll quit here for now.